Hi, hello students. Welcome back to Saranji's class once again. Aduna ikhoigi marumapang sigi maraktagi and some of the students ingonda yaragadi transformation of sentences si khara naina biro aina harakudagi matungina I'm making this video so that I can I can give you some of the important instructions on how to do transformation of different sentences. Ano mayamgi pamjabado amasung ay satrasingidamakta satrasingi request to fulfill taunanabagidamagta nasidi transformation of the sentences. Johnny Babu nang di hujik class na laitre, you have passed class 10 with flying colors. Anyways, you can still enjoy my videos ko adum tambiba yai adum ka na gani. So transformation of sentences ko, transformation of sentences. Ado masidi yam sauba kanoni ko. Yam sauba topic amani masida ikoina tawbasi degrees of comparison gi tawi ko. Degrees of comparison gi matang da tawi ko. Sumaina adigi koina interchanges tawi. Interchanges mayam tawi ko. Ado interchanges si akoina se affirmative tagi negative ko. Negative to tawulay, negative tagi affirmative ta. And then assertive tagi sutawi ko. Assertive tagi akoina interrogative. Hairiba sem interrogative to amuksu akoina so nakanda assertive ta ko. Se vice versa hay tare. And akoina se hum thong na ko. Se simple adigi complex amadi compound sigi interchanges su tawi si mayam se simple to complex compound to simple complex ay loy na mag si interchanges tawi. Now nga sigi oina akoina nainaba hawgodoy se aina sugumba ama ko removing ko to haiba adverb se ko from a sentence, keeping the meaning of the sentence unchanged ko. Say removing to have a say. Masigi matang si khara hawbo oina ko. Atay miyamam lay ko in transformation of sentences si ako na nenewe yabasi yam na lay khare, and I'll be covering the entire topic of transformation of sentences in this series of videos ko. Aduna nasigi oina ikoy se siyam lay po ni ko in aray ba digi hawgay to buni removing to from a sentence ko kamaina remove torakada meaning se kamaina dum thamgadagi en ko adu itardi. Let me start today's topic ko ngasigi larik takpo se ay mayamda amni karanaba satra singi karanaba amutang hawjage aduna examples khara lokhasi ko. Examples yang si let us say the tea is too hot to drink. Sumana hai yang si ko. Asli is the mana hariba kano si too siga masigi hot siga namara morakanda za se atike sabasi hand gram adudi thakpa yadre habani. The actual meaning of this sentence is that the tea is too hot for drinking. Hai tare ko thakpa yadre hai ne. Tea is too hot to drink. Now akoi tok duisi kaina masi po se lokto hai bani. Ado masi po se lokto ko tab da ko kamain lokto I sumaina ko. The tea is so hot. Ado ke batik sare. The tea is so hot. Ado na masti kay dorani that sumai siyam bayay we cannot drink it. Sumai siyam bayay adu di kadaw gare masay gi too hot haibado akoina so hot ana tham gare. The tea is so hot. Instead of too we are using so. Aduga akoina sari bado adu ki matik sare madudi say the madudi haiba ma akoina that ana masijinare. Then we use a subject here ko. So is the subject. Aduna in a way masigi sentence na simple sentence oina leijarambani ko masigi sentence na simple sentence oina leijarambani with only one principal verb hai tare ko however aikoina magi tu se lautho kan dadi sigi principal verb se adum leija haure and then aikoina says that cannot drink haidana verb amu hapsale along with sentence sigi subject ama the sentence sigi subject ama leijare and we have used the connector here so the tea is so hot that we cannot drink it see this is a very simple example of how you can remove to sometimes sigi same sentence se pirakanda change the given sentence into a complex sentence harik pa yai so whenever you are asked to change such kind of sentences into a complex sentence what you have to do is you have to use a conjunction ko adu conjunction to det tarakadoni and then you need to put a subject otherwise sigi sentence we can change it in a different mode also different form also kamai to yai sumaina the tea is so hot that we're talking about the tea so we can use the tea as the subject kamaina magi akoina pronoun nama seasoner kan we are talking about the tea and this it represents or this it is used in place of the tea sigi mahutta neba the tea is so hot that it adudanam kai la cannot be drunk kaina la ani ko haibadi cannot be drunk haibadi ma se akoina passive construction da sentence same way one ko so that is also acceptable in fact that is also correct because the change that we need to do is to remove two and two can be removed in two different ways by using sigi so hot haibadi sinarkanda ko the tea is so hot that it cannot be drunk the tea is so hot that we cannot drink it yarabo natro yarabo okay fine adudi amuk days dagi mathang da amuk yengsi ko mathang dai sentence lokot ke we'll see some sentences ko aduga duda yengsi ko mas da haiba sentence na these mangoes are unthak unjin niko so cheap that they cannot be good haibadi sigi matang dana so cheap aina piramba aduga ngasai gi that conjunction so sizinaramba asidana complex form da leiba we are not learning simple and complex sentences ki interchange nate we are talking about how to remove to and how to use to instead of this form of sentence removing to natraga to hapsan badune adu silak to isidi kamai la these mangoes are haraga sigi so se hoina too cheap hairani these mangoes are too cheap aduga says that leriba pose too cheap to be good aduna sidagi akoi gi leriba kaino sigi matungina sigi word sigi matungna hot aina adjective lerambado adugi matungda to lakpani adumai tawdana ngasai gi cheap ana lebi sigi matang matungda amuk to lakpani sumani sinaba ko these mangoes are too cheap to be good on thorakodadi these mangoes are so cheap that they cannot be good haibago okay see he spoke too fast to be understood haibadi mana ngangkhibado aduki matik thuna ngangkhre madudi mado bhap lakshin bangam khidre gyan tabangam he spoke kamaina too fast kayam fast to be understood mana ngangudo thumandana bhap tabangam khidre now you have to stimulate I could say please look at this verb okay this is in its past form and accordingly I could show adugi matungina iba tare ko adudi kamaina irani he spoke so fast kayam fast that madudi we says the lakadoi se could not la ne past tense as we can see the main part of the sentence he spoke so fast is written in past tense. So the remaining part, the subordinate clause or the dependent clause do, adi mana ngang badugi maramda, mana he speaks so fast habani, asigi additional information nero. Mana yam thuna ngangami habadugi additional information nero. That additional information should be understood as the subordinate clause of a complex sentence. And that yaubagi complex sentence has another subjection yaubagi. So he spoke so fast that we could not understand. Aduna says that we could not understand his words haigera, we could not understand him haigera. We could not understand his words haigera, we could not understand him haigera. So he spoke too fast that we could not understand him or his words haigera. Sumaina lakpa haitare. So this is one fine example of how you remove to from a sentence and replace it with these kind of adjectives. No, adverbs haitare. Adverb ni fast habisina bu akoy na qualify ta word ni na adverb ni. Yare ko? Yare bo ngang siya. Haujik si akoy na sinataba mawong amatang gayeng si ko. Sinataba. Sumaina su siya bayay. She is too smart. Ko. Siya not to understand your tricks haisine ko. Adu digitalize this is too smart harakanda ma sathina smart oigre kayamuk smart oigre not to understand your tricks. Aduna di ma na smart se asuki matik oi badudi nang na toriba trick to mana ilalai khangini haibagi wani da ko nangi trick to mana ilalai na khangini haibani adu waradi yengsi ko sigse sige answer se mu yengsi kamai la she is so smart kama se to smart oi that madudi she will understand your tricks. She is so smart that she will understand your tricks. Sige form that. She is too smart not to understand your tricks happening. And mana ori ba smartness se kaya mu yam na magi smartness ki degree se lagi harakanda nang na tawba trick to mana understand taw ni habise. She is too smart not to understand your tricks happening. Aduna di she is so smart that she will understand your tricks happening ko. Okay. Ato pa su yang si ko. Ato pa su. Sumana mo yawri ko. Sida. The tree is too high. The tree is too high. Kamaya too high for me to climb. The mana ngasai the tree is too high to climb haibagumani. Ada climb do kanana tawgodobuno haidana aikoida climbing hariba climb hariba verb to gi executor do aigi damagan angon da hape wani ko. Adu samana ni du suko. Magi answer se lakpada adundi the tree is so high that I cannot climb it. The record, the tree is so high that I cannot climb it. Sumana dum ta zaida ko. Aduna ngang sa sidai sida yamna ko na wani ngai kaisu leite adum nang na kano si iraibu se sarni iraibu se yenga kanda magi structure sin yenga ga leri maba posi sumaina to ga adjective ka lairadi foreign so haibasiga adjective ka punjalaka the that na connection piraga then subject ama provide torga matung do da nang na season naga da modal auxiliary do adugi matung ina se modal auxiliary loi season isini ko will can could might adu da mayam ama past tense lairame si past tense lairame my past tense ibitare present tense lairame present tense ibitare yaradro yaraniya so let us cooperate with each other. I'm your teacher and you're my students, and if we work together as a team, then we can definitely achieve what we are striving for. Teacher na su yamna thawai yauraga, if the teacher is very anxious to make you understand everything, aduga chhatra na thawai yauktadragadi, if the students are not, interested enough, and if the student do not pay proper attention to the teaching, on the other hand, if the students are very interested in learning and they want to excel in the field of English language, if the teacher is not serious enough, so there has to be some sort of a coordination, some sort of a understanding between the teacher and the students, so that at the end of the day, both benefits from the efforts. Whenever I take up a topic, whenever I teach my students, I try to give as much examples as I feel will benefit the students. Examples yang biri kay angana khangbu khare helle aduna ina kitang nei na bakanda I tend to be extensive ko aduga ni kitang tawbani aduga amtang yengsi sida mo lai sina he was too late to hear the first speech. Ma se ngasai gi thengman gi dana ahan ba speech to ditaba phangaude habani. Ma se aduki matik ke togre thengkhre kayam thengkhre madudi ngasai gi ahan ba speech sema thengman gi dana tahodre habani. He was too late to hear the first speech. Thengman gi dana ma tahodre. Masi ko ni kamai sem gani hai kanda muyeng siko. And they can say, "Silly be posing over." Past tense later na adu to gadaba. He was so late that late or nina past nina he was so late that he had a ga is the past season again buko is the past of Kenze. So he was so late that he could not hear the first speech. He could not hear the first speech. Sila ka to. Yara bro ngasa? Yare da ko dro? Yara ni. Adu di tu gi matang si amuk loisalakanda aikhoi na hojik tawba yaba se ko. Aikhoi the sentence ki transformation da koi hojik tawba yaba se amtang yeng si cost gi. Let us say affirmative tagi. Affirmative tagi wasi versad tausiko affirmative tagi negative adudi akoi na hana degi chara ko ma khangamani affirmative habadi kaino a statement sida aikona oi tawi chai thai haiba affirmative sentence simple sentence ba am a teacher si affirmative ni ai satrante I'm not a student nattaba dana negative oibaduna affirmative or positive. Natra, Manipur is a beautiful state. See affirmative sentence samani. Aduga Manipur is not a peaceful state. Aduna negative ni. So negative word sense no, none, never. Suguma mayam say I negative key sentence same. This is a no, none, never, nothing, nowhere. Some mayam say. Affirmative on kalakpadana hariba mayam da kone remove the budoiba. Asidesu samna haraga yam line example am katang hani yang si ko am katang sum yang si says that my see very typical sentence ni ko affirmative and negative my knife is sharp si ozana larik ta ko ta yam toina season na ba sentence amani my knife is sharp ai thang je thau ni ko si urina se thaudra running his hands on the edge fingers on the edge of the knife with my hand ai thang je thawi ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯦꯒꯦꯇꯤꯚꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯦꯒꯦꯇꯤꯚ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯦꯟꯁꯇ ꯑꯣꯜꯂꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯣꯜꯂꯦꯕ my knife ꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯏꯒꯦ is not ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ is ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯅ affirmative-ꯅꯤ is not 하이브스는 negative네요. So meaning this same tamdoini. You cannot change the meaning of the sentence. Intrinsic meaning of the sentence cannot be changed. So what you have to do, you have to find an antonym, suitable antonym of the word sharp. Opposite word of a find out of time. What is the opposite of sharp? My knife is not blunt. ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯇꯥꯖꯔꯦꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯗꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯍꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯗꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯡ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯩꯗꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯗꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯩꯗꯅ. So this is how you change affirmative sentences into negative by putting this negative not and then finding antonym of the adjective in the sentence. ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ? This is one type amani. ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯁꯨ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤ. He is sometimes lazy. ꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕ is ꯑꯗꯨꯅ lazy ꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯅ affirmative ꯇꯥꯛꯑꯦ negative ꯇꯗꯤ he is not sina amuk negative tae aduna sidadi akoina kano ama yaurabanina adverb ama yaurabanina masigi adverb sisu akoina onthokpa tae he sometimes lazy. What does that mean? He is sometimes lazy. Kam kana ma adum talle adudi adum tan banatre ne. He is sometimes lazy means he is off and on. Sometimes he doesn't work or he doesn't go to places. He remain at home. Adugum bane ma ise. Kari umakanda sometimes. Aduti ma se adum lazy hoy banate. Aduna di kari haide no. He is not always active. Mana lazy ori se sometimes ne. Adudi ma se matam lebi khibikta active oraga leite. Marak ta ma lazy oi. He is not always active but he is sometimes lazy. The opposite tadro. He is not always active but he is sometimes lazy. Aduna sida leiriba sometimes sibu aina sizinaba kanda always in a sinagre. Yaiko? And he is sometimes lazy have he is not always active. I don't see sentence. So these are the tricks that you have to keep in mind. You have to keep the meaning as it is without any change in the meaning of the sentence. You have to convert the sentence in negative or from negative to the affirmative. Aduna man is he is sometimes lazy have he is not always active. Haibaniko. Amuksu yengsi atopa mawong amada. Sisu yamna typical of example niko. He turned every stone. Adadi mana honadaba mana try tawhidaba upay amta leite haibagumani mana tawya ba mana loina tawgre habani. Adu sidaysta leiba pot sida sigi wahisi stone sigi mamangda ikona sinariba every stone in the season they say ko. Adunadi he turned every stone. Adunadi kamay lae. Sumay lae. He left. Sige no sinaga every stone do da koina kaise nagre no stone. Anang negative se sida on grave. He turned every stone. Ana he left no stone haraga sige verb se turn se koina kaise nare unturned. He left no stone unturned. And it's not like sini ko atay su yang si. Then sumay sulay sisu parikada हमने only the industrious will succeed in life. honnaba kanba khaktana punsida mai pakan industrious means hard working habani the hapseli sidi class unnabani the rich the poor haibagumba aduna only the industrious will succeed in life sidana mu kamai tawge harakanda sigi kanos the only sumaina ko si construction ni none but haidana none but the industrious will succeed in life sigi kano se ai amtanga phasana haidiyo ma silai se kano no one will succeed in life haibani you start from here no one none will succeed in life aduga sidagi amuk but the industrious will succeed in life so these are two sentences no one will succeed in life but the industrious will succeed in life that two sentences have been combined into a single construction in order to make this affirmative into negative and the trick is when you find only the and an adjective then you combine that thing into none but the industrious none but the adjective let me give you one more example only the poor suffer see only the poor suffer are bakaktan wazaban awaba mayok na base lare bakaktan ni only the poor suffer lare bakaktan waze adu disi only lejare the latest the adjective lere si bause none but the poor haibiro none but the poor smai thambiro none but the poor aduga kaidodori sigi word se hapsalo none suffer habani no one suffer habani but the poor suffer habani no one suffer no one laadi yes yaurani ko none but the poor suffer sa say the poor sidi mana kanoni na koi kare hai tare class ama khaidok pani na I'm taking it as a plural ko kari gino si ai the plural lawi se sumaina say the rich are haraga sigi the rich haise ina khoba mayam do adugu pulap laugrabane ko the rich are proud haibagum ni ko paisa nungsa paiba mi se chauthoi na si se kari oire plural verb ne aduna ni none but the poor suffer haraga sida ina suffers haidriba se the poor have se koina plural oiba given so whenever you find such sentences starting with only and you are to transform that into a negative sentence we use the combination of word none but ko adu sizinaraga same gadabani ado hanagi ngasai aina hogibado aina beginning the noida ma haikibado this knife is sharp habado adugumba dusu ekona mayam ama adu da tongan ba mawongi sentences layeba ko adu digi adum samako potni anena parikada lakpani ena noida so ina pire only the industrious haiba kangu dusu lakibani ngasai gi aina noida haikiba chamchamna is not always lazy habado habro oh no he is sometimes lazy habani ko he is sometimes lazy duna he is not always active and olakibane adugumba sentences se koina toina adum thengna bai tare do musu yengsi ko se isam jamba ma haige ko Sila is okay wait Sila is present today. Masai dugi technique dugi wani ko is present. Sila is tall, Sila is beautiful. Aduna di Sila is present. Kay tare affirmative. Tawdu di kari. Sila is not hayo bana sana is not. Si negative on kare. Ado meaning di same thamduri mina sigi present se akoy na kari olani absent haidane. Ado di ngasi sila lai haibagumbani. Ado ngasi sila laktaba nate haibagumbani. Laktaba nate di lai hai natra. Sila se present oy. Sila absent oy di sama natro. Sila present oy. sila absent oidi ani chap anadro mani dana artha however sentence to ithoropa kanda di sidana is mathandani sidi not yauri dana so this is your affirmative sentence and this is the negative minus sem haibagi wanida yarabo angang sa yani da ko adu da yam kanna khoina luna adu ada khangadaba kesu lei ponte da ko aina many girls were absent yesterday sinatro adudi negative olo haibani ko negative olo haibani na lakani not many girls were present yesterday sai lakadau yani ko habati negative olo habni na akoina not season abagi darkar lairi aduga sidagi absence se akoina present on tholore not many girls were present yesterday sigi mong the same gani ko many girls were absent yesterday habati lipi pizza mayam ama absent oi thokare adu akoina many nupi macha mayam ama present oi khide haibani nupi macha mayam ama present oi khide habati nupi macha mayam ama absent oi khi haibani example sigi wane say sima irise I always love my country adudi love haiba aduga adverb ama adi sida olani adverb se I never love sigi opposite hapson biro I never had my country aina kaidaunungda aigi leibakpu nungsidaba taude aina aigi leibakpu matam leibada nungsi natra sumai lakadau so I always love my country habase sigi interchange simaga sigi change simaga gi need se layaba I never had my country ko dumalere example amani jamalai ko only a millionaire can afford such extravagance haibadi karorpati ama khaktangna sugumba yamna paisa nungsa yam chauna liktabida kharcha tawba ngamgani haibani adudi ngasai only gi poto ina kari haibano none but haikibani none but haraga silai poto none but a millionaire none but a millionaire can afford such extravagance sisi none but habisi kaubigano ko none but hairakanda magi matungda laiba nang oihanningibudu ngasai only the industrious only the fools hana lakpudugi matungina sida laiba posina millionaire hana laksabani ko so this is the sentence yeah bro yeah aduni that no kanuni tungan ba magi construction dugi wani aduna mayam amasu lei ko da khoina aina piri bu khara sing sai digi ina khara tauri buse maduda inclusive oina tawkhrabani ko hayeng parikha da kaya na hangak pa yai adigi angang sing na kamay na understand to ba yai what could be the level of the questions which are asked in the board examinations tugi matungin na yenga kanda sibog to ba yai habuduni sana tawri se ko aduna say sa sumai lerami everybody will admit that he did his best. Sila isang sugumba everybody say. Masiga sila riba will admit have affirmative siga. Ado di sigi kano se everybody say ko de kamay na on birani nobody. Sila negative amalay kare. Will hairaga sigi posi ola kadaba. So the admit habadugi antonyms ola anem ko. So everybody will admit that he did his best. Have said nobody will deny that he did his best. ko sumai semgadaba meaning manareda kananasu mana kananasu sida mipum khudimak na mane ngamjabi da honaki haibase admit tawgani yaningani mipum khudimak na mahak na mahaki khwaidagi ngamjabi thak ta honagi haibase yaningani adudi kana amatanasu mana magi ngamjabi thak ta honagi haibase deny tawroi yaningdaba tawroi kananasu mana honagi di hairoyo loinamak na mayam kana honagi haini kanana suma yam kana honagi di hairoi adidi haini hairoi de tawraga sigi posi kai tare this is your affirmative and this is your negative kangani ko everybody leramadi nobody hola kanda so nakanda leiriba verb to magi verb to gi antonym happy habani sarna haise ko adumaina mathang mathang lakpani adusu yangsi everybody gi dudi adum mayam tawbi ai so is that God will not forget the cry of the humble. Sisu class ni. Still I see not forget, will not forget. And the Kamaila ani God will. Silok to kato ni ko se. Silok to hai ni. And the not forget habadi kaino. God will remember natro. Not forget habadi kautok da vai di ningsing bahai ba natro. Mani ko God will remember the cry of the humble. Asigi se koi na perhaps textbook de sumai yaw bra. I shall always remember you. Sumai yaw bra to bani ko. Si positive tare. Adu di shall remember hai ba se I shall always the negative to on gani word to ko I shall never forget you. Aina nangbu matam bu na magtaningsing gani. Aina nangbu matam aina nangbu kadang da su kauroi. I shall never forget you. Aina nangbu kadang da su kauroi. Aina nangbu matam leba kim taningsing gani. Dadi mana reda da meaning to. Sibuni ko na transformation harise. You are doing changes in the sentences. When you are given in affirmative form, you are supposed to transform that into a negative form. And if you are given a negative sentence in the examination, you will be asked to change that into an affirmative sentence. And what is the trick? You have to identify certain words. Sugumba, adverb of time. Sugumba, verbs, magi antonyms. Sida always gi never, remember gi forget. And na antonyms na ise ko. Sigi trick, sigi kaktani. Kasi may yung siko. Sila ise. There was no one present. Aduga, who did not cheer? Karigumba performance samada cheer to bugi wani. Haraudana punging thogatana laudana khongdana tawai wani. Adudi adugumba performance aduda pungning thogat khidaba kanasu yawram de there was no one present. Pungning thogat pigidaba kanasu yawram de. Adudi loina mangna pungning thogalamani ko adudi kamai la ani everyone present there. Ko everyone present there. Araga says the mana was is in the givenina. There was no one present. Did not cheer. Having everyone present there. Haraga sigi posima past tense ta thambatare. Because of this was, there was no one present who did not cheer. The sumana did not cheer. Habasi ay koina past indefinite ni. The past indefinite to did not cheer. Habado ako na positive to already cheer. Harakada bunatro maniko. Samna haraga he liked the food. He liked the food. Ado negative already. He did not like and only na. Did not haraga first form like na. Accordingly, I've written this as cheer. So everyone present their cheer. There was no one present who did not cheer. Everyone present their cheer. Yareko? So, nang natagdog tabog sa kayo, kada You cannot just go through everything and forget or ignore things. What you have to do, watch my video, refer, good book of grammar, and then try to solve the exercises given there. Concentrate on the construction of the sentences, on the changes you encounter when working out the exercises. Adu oitaragadi, if you also put your own efforts into learning things, then in no time everything will be fine for you. Yaradro ngangsa? I think swaida dum yaradaw maling si ko. Yaradro, yani. Anyways, my dear students, thank you very much for joining my class and watching my video. And I shall be back tomorrow again with another topic in transformation of sentences. And I believe my videos will definitely help you. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.